Republican Representative Joe Barton had a very honest moment when the Obamacare replacement bill failed. Here's what he said. Sometimes you're playing fantasy football, and sometimes you're in the real game. We knew the president, if we could get a repeal bill to his desk, it would almost certainly be vetoed under Obama. This time, we knew if it got to the president's desk, it would be signed. Damn. Okay, that's an admission that the Republican Party is just a party of no. Like, their whole strategy, their whole philosophy, their whole mindset, everything about them is based in, and it's been like this for 8 years it was under Obama. Is it, no. Okay, well, what we want to do is maybe do the stimulus package so that we can create jobs. No. We want to maybe bail out GM because, GM is kind of important, and if that crashes, we might have a depression instead of just a recession. No, we don't do that. Okay, well, how about if we do your ideas and I cut small business taxes over 12 times? No, I don't want to. How about if I do your healthcare plan and do an individual mandate system, and it's the same as the Heritage Foundation, and what they propose is very similar to what... No, I don't know. No. How about I reduce the deficit? I propose a budget that reduces the deficit. No. So the Republican Party, zero ideas, nothing. Just no. That's what they ran on. That's what they were. And now Joe Barton's admitting it. He's like, look, because they tried to repeal Obamacare over 60 times. But he's saying, look, on some level we knew. First of all, it's not going to get through the Senate, but if it gets through the Senate, then President Obama's going to veto it. So we can do this basically political grandstanding and this game of obstruction, and it didn't require any thinking. Now that we're in power, what are we supposed to do? I don't know. What do we do now that we're in power? Because guess what? If you were to actually go through, let's say you did what's called a clean repeal. So you get rid of Obamacare, you have nothing to replace it, you just did a clean repeal. What would happen? Okay, Medicaid would collapse. The health insurance system as we know it would collapse. You'd have a crisis throughout the country, way above and beyond even the crisis we have now in our healthcare, and our healthcare is shitty compared to the rest of the modern world. So the Republicans would be wiped out in a wave like you've never seen in the upcoming elections, if that were to happen. So now that they're in power, they're like, okay, I know what we're against, but what are we for? And now, since the Republican Party has moved so far to the right, and they're so extreme, and they already said no to their own bill, which is Obamacare, because that's the individual mandate. That was their bill, their idea originally in the 90s. Well, where do you go from there if you're against your own bill now because the Democrat proposed your bill? So the Democrat moved to the right. You moved even further right off a fucking cliff. And now literally all they had was like right-wing talk radio talking points that they scrapped together. I'm not kidding. They think, well, get rid of the lines around the states, the insurance lines around the states, and gut Medicaid and do a tax cut for the rich. And you looked at the numbers from the CBO, and it was like, oh my goodness. It's like they crafted a bill without even trying to make it good for the people. 53 million people uninsured, $600 billion tax cut for the top 1%, $880 billion gutted from Medicaid. So what? All they did was took right-wing talking points and they, I don't know, put them in a bill and hope it works out well. And then when you actually do the math on it, people went, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Because they don't have any ideas. They didn't know what to do. They're like, I don't know, right-wing talking points. Go, put them together and see what happens. So they have nothing. They're an ideologically bankrupt party. But by the way, how sad is that the Republicans are that extreme and the Democrats still couldn't beat them? Because what that shows you is the Democrats have moved to the right and they've become vapid and vacuous and they don't really stand for much. They try to appease corporations as well. But if the Democrats had a real liberal progressive message to counter the insane off-the-spectrum right-wing absurdity of the Republicans, well, then we'd win every fucking election. If you had Democrats always make an argument for single-payer Medicare for all and explain how it's better and give the numbers and give the details, we would never lose a fucking election. If you actually argued for progressive values, hey, 80% of the American people want to raise the minimum wage. We want to raise the minimum wage. Australia's minimum wage is $18 an hour. Ours is fucking $7.25. What a joke this is. Let's raise it. We're going to fight for working people. And what the fuck do the Republicans have to say in response? We don't even like the current minimum wage. We want to get rid of it, and then the market will fix everything because the market's like a god wizard and stuff. And it's infallible. They got nothing. They're an idealist party. No. And Joe Barton's admitting it. Yeah, we don't know. We just fucking said no a lot and it worked and now we're in power and we don't know what the fuck to do. So even with the off-the-spectrum Republicans, the Democrats were losing. You have every opportunity in the world to win, and you can't win. You can't fucking close the deal because you're corporate Democrats. JusticeDemocrats.com. That's the fucking answer. JusticeDemocrats.com. Because we're Democrats who will fight for progressive and liberal values. We'll actually do it. We'll actually try to implement it, and that message resonates way more than anything the corporate Democrats say, and anything that these crazy fuckers in Congress and in the Senate, the Republicans say, when they admit, yeah, we got nothing.